Yo, what's up guys, welcome back. Next match, Cross-Banlist Cup, so last match, and then finally time for top 16 playoffs. So let's take a look, let's zoom in, important one. Because the winner of this match will move on to the top 16, and we have Tri-Brigade versus Dragon Link. So there's only 1 year a difference between both these decks. They are also heavily focused, I guess, on Link summons, right? So if you take a look, you know, the votes, was I surprised? Maybe a little bit. Dragon Link is preferred. I think I might know why. I was about to say both side decks, but again, both side decks have you know, access to powerful cards, powerful hand traps. But I think the reason why is, first of all, Dragon Link being able to play through multiple hand traps, first of all. Plus they have Buster Luck, and you know, Buster Luck is superb against basically any deck that focuses on its extra deck, almost every deck. So, intriguing one. Let's, you know, let's dig in. So, I could kind of feel the same way before this particular matchup, before this particular match. So, Tri-Brigade is going first, and this is definitely an okay opening hand. I get Troll though, and Troll is a problem because now that prevents the desires from, you know, activating, so that's 2 less potential hand traps or disruption cards, and those could have, you know, come in handy. You'll see. So I think my ending board is pretty decent. No search, no draw, you know how it goes with Droll. But what is it? I end on 1 interruption of Shrek, being the Link 4, no hand traps, and what are my traps? Solemn Strike and Imperm. But as I mentioned before, Dragon Link is a deck that has the capability to play through multiple hand traps. It was basically a custom hand as well in favor of whatchamacallit, Dragon Link, right? Here the Solemn Strike was... I probably, like in hindsight, I probably should have waited. Then again, now we see that there is the, what is it, Noctovision? So here in this case, correct me if I'm wrong, Noctovision would have been Chainlink 2 if I passed on Solemn Strike, right? Or at least if I did not use Solemn Strike on the summon, right? So if I would have waited on the effect of Striker Dragon, Noctovision would have been Chainlink 2? I think so. And correct me if I'm wrong. But I think that was the play I should have gone for either way. Like, why should... Like here in this case, like the second Striker Dragon forced out the Imperms, right? So basically 1 Striker Dragon took care of 2 important traps. And that's where I think... I mean, it was basically a custom hand for Dragon Link, like all the one-offs. What is the continuous spell that reborns? You have the Ravine that searched, right? Okay, the Rocket field spell is also searchable, so all the main deck engines have follow a place and play through hand traps. The thing is that weren't able to go for game, probably especially Pearl's Sword. But, I mean, Buster Luck is basically game as well. You have at least 1 Omni negation with Pearl's Savage, so the desires might be negated during next turn, and they at least know 1 card being the searched Fractal. And there is Nip, always too late. You know how it goes with, you know, with Nibiru. Okay, so game number 2. Let's you know, let's see. This is a decent hand. You know, desires for Fractal, you know, Fractal 4, what is it? Get Nerval, Surge, and go from there. We see Nip. The question now is, I think I'm getting nipped right. Yeah, I think so. If I remember correctly. Oh no. Okay. Yeah. What would? Okay. That's the thing is, you're not risking Nip. Plus, the potential activation of the, what is it? The Link 2. Is it Bear Blossom? What is it? Discard 2, reborn one of your banished Tri-Brigades? You know, I don't really want to sacrifice 2 hand traps, right? So, again, very similar to game number 1. You have the interruption, you know, with Omen, you have a couple of hand, well, what is it? 1 hand trap? Failure? A couple of traps, and very similar. So here again, what is it? They have access to Wyver Burst or Collapse Serpent. I think I had Ash Blossom as well to prevent Chaos Space from triggering, but they can search basically every follow-up play. Another custom hand. Plus they have a Dragoonity equip spell that, what is it? Phalanx, that was the name I was looking for. Plus they have Link Cross access that basically gives the deck the opportunity to potentially, especially with Helki, to go for this Red Rose Dragon, White Rose Dragon for more synchro summons, yeah. But here you could go for, yeah, you could go for Herald and then Helki, or potentially, you know, go for just full Guard Dragon combo. And what was it? Ash, Veiler, Strike, Interruption with Shrek, Banish, and Imperm. That's 5 interruptions. And they can still go for a game. I maybe could have, used my negations a bit better. It's much easier if you see the hand right. You can act accordingly, or you could act accordingly. But I'm not so sure. Let me know. Again, I felt it basically again was a custom hand. Like look at this. What does it take? The deck counts 50 cards, and you open with red eyes. Luckily, I do mistaken arrest, potentially extra draws, drawing potential more hand traps. Maybe they should have gone for it though, but I mean, with that hand, what is it, a Tri-Brigade setting 3, you could assume that you bricked, or, in this case, Tri-Brigade bricked, and what is it with Imperm, Nip, that follow a play for next turn, you should probably go for game next turn. So, okay, it was this game that I get nipped. The Link 3 is not too, drop the Nibiru attack, which is not that big of a deal, I think. Epsa Router hits the field, Striker Dragon is going through, searching. Oh, yeah, I let everything go through, because the OP Imperial Order, so again, like all of those power spells, we say no to those. This is fine, safer, it is cool. What is it going to do? Not that much. If they already have Devianart or maybe get back something like Riddim, I'm not so sure about it, but that seems super mediocre. We can go for Shurak, banish something. I think I banished... I was about to banish Red Eyes, but I was like, I potentially... I was about to say need follow-up play, but they could crash with Nip. I would get a search right with Shurak, or I have one banished. Yeah, I only have one banished, so that's like level 1 search, which is still decent though. But, so let's strike for Red Eyes, Darkness, Metal Dragon, and again, no follow-up play for Dragon Link. And this should be more than enough. Is this more than enough? Yeah, go for Link 3, cheat out with those, very similar to Ragnarika, bounce something, and yeah, Nip attack. More than enough to attack for game. Okay, so 1-2. Going second now, and with all of those delicious going second cards here, only opening with Ash, no Phantasme, no other hand traps. So that's a problem, right? Especially against a deck that plays through multiple hand traps. And they again open, well, basically combo. That's Dragon Link 2020 or 2021, very similar age, like COVID. You have Helki, Link Cross, and so on. So again, you could potentially go for Helki protected by, what is it, Herald? I go for Ash though, but I mean, you see the hand. The deck has so much fuel left. Pisty LP combo for, right, this is pre-errata Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, so not once per turn. And Buster Lock, yes, Buster Lock protection, or at least protected by Boral Savage, so there's hardly any out for that. Especially for this particular deck, and double Fractal plus Tanky. I was about to say Zoo, and there is Phantasm. What was game number 1? I drew Nip, 6th card. Game number 4, I draw Phantasme, 6th card. It is what it is. So here, I guess the only card, I don't know, I actually don't know. So for draw, Zeus play, but again, I'm locked. Buster Lock, no extra deck monsters. And here, I could kind of maybe hope that I'm able to drop Phantasme, maybe a sweet Nip, if they do, end up using the Boral Savage. But sadly, that's not the case. I draw Veiler though, but that's not enough. It's not going to be enough. So Epsa Router, Boral Sword, yeah, Boral Sword for more attacks. Put something in defense, and I mean, a Nip would have been delicious here. A nice punishment for using that Savage there, but it is what it is. So, yep, that means Dragon Link is moving on to the top 16 playoffs. So these are the 16 decks. Let's start off with the upper part first. We have 2 decks, very similar age. Cosmo versus Metal Foes. So 2016-ish. You feel free to leave your predictions. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or like. If you enjoyed the video, Riddim signing out. Peace.